Hi. The fight, flight, faint, flop or freeze response, often collectively referred to as the 5Fs, is a set of primal survival mechanisms deeply rooted in our evolutionary history. These responses are triggered when someone perceives a threat or danger, and they dictate how we react to such situations. Here's a bit about how they were useful to our ancestors. The flight response involves a surge of adrenaline and raised aggression. It originated as a means for early humans to confront and defeat threats such as predators or other tribes. Flight is the instinct to flee from a threat. It evolved as a way to escape dangerous situations quickly. Freeze is characterised by being immobile in the face of danger, and this likely evolved as a way to avoid detection from predators. Flop is a response marked by sudden fatigue or a loss of energy. In years gone by, it might have been a tactic to make a predator think that you were dead. And faint, F-E-I-N-T, involves a form of distraction or diversion to mislead or confuse a potential threat. It might have helped early humans by deceiving predators or competitors. So now that we don't have the same stresses as our predators, how do these responses show up? A fight, you're more likely to confront a challenge or a stressor head on. You may take an assertive or proactive approach when faced with difficulties. If you're flight prone, you're more likely to seek escape or use avoidance strategies when confronted with stress or danger. You might be more inclined to distance yourself from stressful situations. If you're more inclined to the freeze response, then you might become paralysed or indecisive when under stress. You might find it challenging to make a move or make a decision. And if you flop, you might experience extreme fatigue or lack of motivation in a challenging situation. This response can lead to burnout and a decrease in energy levels. And fainters may use distraction, humour or diversion when faced with stress, attempting to divert attention away from the stressor. While these responses were all life-saving for our ancestors, they can sometimes hinder us in modern life. For example, the flight or fight responses can lead to chronic stress and anxiety if triggered too frequently. Freeze and flop responses, for example, can impede decision-making and productivity. It's important to recognise that while people may have a default response, one that you use most often, it doesn't mean you're limited to that. We all in fact use various ones in different situations, but we do tend to go back to one default response. But through self-awareness, personal growth, and recognising these responses, you can learn to better suit your response to various situations. So understanding your natural tendency can help you develop healthier and better coping mechanisms, so you can deal with stress in a more balanced manner. Thanks very much for listening. If you have any questions, please just put them in the comments or DM me. Thanks again. Bye.